12. The Nightbeat starts right now.
Good evening. Happening right now as we come on the air, a warning from the Bexar County Sheriff's Office about a wanted Uber driver. They say he's wanted for sexual assault.
This is a photo of the suspect, 30-year-old Luis De Leon Jr. BCSO says he was last seen driving a 2022 white Toyota Camry and is believed to be on the run, headed to Las Vegas.
BCSO did release his plate that reads SPP 7337. Also a potential for him to have a temporary plate that could read 2325Y59. Anyone with information about his whereabouts tonight is urged to contact BCSO tip hotline. That number 210-335-8477.
Our other big story tonight, strong storms are coming to our area with the potential to become severe.
After having a nearly perfect day out there tonight, we can expect rain and much cooler temperatures tomorrow.
Let's head over to meteorologist Mia Montgomery. Mia, you've been tracking this for us.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're still quiet right now here in San Antonio, but just off to the north, especially in southeastern Gillespie County near Fredericksburg, we've got this severe thunderstorm warning that if it continues to be extended, that could then move into northern Kendall County here very shortly. That particular thunderstorm has had history of producing baseball-sized hail as well as 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. We do have a new severe thunderstorm warning for the far northern reaches of Kerr County as well, near the I-10 corridor. As of right now, this does not include the city of Kerrville, but this particular thunderstorm moving into the northern portions of the county does have the potential to produce hail up to the size of ping pong balls and those 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts as it does move farther off to the southeast at about 25 miles per hour. So we're going to keep eyes on those particular thunderstorms here over the next hour or so as they continue to trek closer to the KSAT 12 viewing area. But generally, as we head into the overnight hours tonight and especially by tomorrow morning, we are expecting rain chances to increase, more widespread rain. And yes, some additional thunderstorms will be possible, some of which could be severe with strong winds, hail, and some isolated flooding issues we may need to monitor for. So we'll keep eyes on that, and we'll get you another update coming up here in just a few minutes, guys.
Thank you, Mia. We'll look forward to that in just a bit. It is the first weekend of Fiesta 2023. Plenty of events out there, and with the nice weather we had today, lots of people out and about and enjoying them. Yeah,
good thing. For those wanting a New Orleans-like party, they didn't have to travel far. The Taste of New Orleans was in full swing at the Sunken Garden today.
The night team's Camelia Juarez takes us on a trip to the Paris of the South.
Everywhere you look, people are biting into the savory flavors of New Orleans. Cajun, Creole, fish. The sounds of soul echoed through the Sunken Gardens.
Yes, it was so soulful. You could just tell it was coming from a different place, and it was just amazing.
This San Antonio couple visits New Orleans often.
This is one of the events I don't want to miss, seriously.
And they say this Fiesta event tastes authentic.
It's a good mix to have here when, you can't fly to New Orleans or travel to New Orleans.
Some of the food was a little exotic.
Well, I wasn't going to eat nothing crazy. I seen frog legs. I was like, I'm not eating that.
Plenty of people were trying new foods like alligator on a stick. The vendor selling it says the gator meat comes straight from the Big Easy.
Everybody asks what it tastes like. It does not taste like chicken. It does not taste like chicken. It's tender like it. It's got its own flavor to it.
Now, if your mouth is watering, looking at all of this, no need to worry. No need to worry. There will be the same event tomorrow from 10 in the morning to 10 in the evening. Be sure to get that alligator on a stick because it's sold out real quick. But for now, I'll send it to you in the studio while I keep enjoying some of this.
All right, looks like fun. Thank you, Camelia. Every year, people are expecting to attend their favorite event, and though it's only its second year, Sober Fiesta Party returns with an even bigger turnout. As the night team's Lee Waldman reports, they're creating a safe and clean space for family fun.
Having a good time.
Sober Fiesta brought out people of all ages from all over the community. Los Patios hosted for the second year with 20 other organizations, including substance disorder centers and recovery houses.
It's just a safe place to come out and enjoy Fiesta without the alcohol.
Brandon Dyer is a board member for Los Patios Community Partners. a nonprofit that is trying to break the generational cycle of substance abuse in San Antonio. This event is personal to Dyer.
My dad didn't like going to theme parks like SeaWorld and Disneyland. Was really hard for him because they sell alcohol in those places. And he didn't want to be around that when it was happening. So these kind of events give these big community events give a voice for those people who need, just to get away from the temptation.
The Sober Fiesta comes just 3 days after UT Health San Antonio opened a new 20,000 square foot facility that offers comprehensive substance use treatment services and research by addiction medicine specialists. 1 in 10 Texans struggle with substance abuse disorder. That's according to UT Health San Antonio. This new facility will help provide treatment to those who otherwise wouldn't have access. This event at Los Patios combined the Fiesta fun and flavor.
Oh my God.
With people who are passionate about making a more inclusive Fiesta.
It's really exciting that we were able to be a part of this. This is a wonderful event that has taken place, and it's something close to my heart as well as for our family.
Lee Waldman, KSAT 12 News.
Take a look at other stories we're following this Saturday. Shots fired between 3 people leads to 2 of them being shot, and San Antonio police investigating tonight. That shooting happened just after 11 p.m. Friday night on Mid-Crown Drive near Windcrest and I-35. Police say 2 men showed up to meet another man in a vehicle, and eventually the suspect in the vehicle allegedly started firing at those other 2 men. Now, one of those men began firing back, and then everyone took off. One of the suspects was taken to BAMC with non-life-threatening injuries. Another suspect was grazed by a bullet.
Food left on a stove to blame for an apartment fire north of downtown. That's according to San Antonio Fire Department. It first broke out just before 1 this morning at the City View Apartments on North Frio Street near North Colorado Street and I-10. When firefighters got there, they say the fire made its way into the wall. They were able to get it out quickly, but 3 units were affected. The Red Cross working to assist the people living in those units.
And just about 50 minutes after that, fire crews responded to another house fire that was fully engulfed by the time they arrived at this one. It happened on Vickers Avenue. Take a look at those flames there. This is near South Zarzamora and I-35. Fire officials say it was a bit of a challenge for them to fight this one due to a power line going into the home that was damaged and creating sparks close by. They were eventually able to get that fire out and protect the neighboring home. No one was inside at the time of the fire. The cause, though, of that fire tonight being investigated by arson investigators.
A man is in jail tonight in connection with the shooting and a chase with Windcrest police. 24-year-old Jeremiah Corrales is charged in connection with the shooting from March 28th. He's accused of firing 1 shot at a Windcrest police officer who was trying to pull him over. Corrales was able to get away, but not before crashing a vehicle. From there, police were able to get his prints from a rearview mirror. They connected those prints to an aggravated robbery days prior, and other suspects involved were able to confirm Corrales' identity, leading to his arrest.
Still to come on the Nightbeat, the Supreme Court putting a pause on rulings over the abortion pill. But now come the appeals. How soon the case in Texas will start. Plus, a West Side bakery found with live roaches inside, and the front and back doors were left wide open. The other health code violations inspectors cited, and what I still found when I went behind the kitchen door this week.
And 8 to 10 weeks of work all come down to this one event. We're talking the solar car race. See the fierce young competitors this year, right after this.
Fiesta Gives Back is powered by your local San Antonio area Chevy dealers.
The Fiesta gives back through one of its most popular events, a night in Old San Antonio, the giant 4-night festival in the heart of downtown. NIOSA, or NIOSA, depending on who you talk to, celebrates San Antonio's diverse cultural legacy for thousands of Fiesta goers every year. But the celebration is more than just cold drinks and chicken on a stick. NIOSA is all about preservation. The Fiesta event sponsored by and benefits the Conservation Society of San Antonio. Founded almost a century ago, in 1924, the Conservation Society has made considerable efforts to preserve many of the unique sites and historic attractions of the Alamo City, ensuring San Antonio as a top tourist destination. So grab that turkey leg or have that sausage on a stick and help preserve and maintain your city. You'll have a great time, all while helping Fiesta give back.